What's going on, everybody? This is Snowman. Welcome to Free Game Friday. Today we're going to be checking out Regeria Hope. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Maybe Regeria Hope, Regeria, whatever. But this is a game by Golden Game Barn, which they actually contacted me. I always love when a developer actually reaches out to me and sends me their game and said to check it out. And so I'm very happy about that. This game is actually kind of a pay-what-you-want kind of game. I'll put the link in the description below, of course, and you can do it for free if you want to, or if you do want to support the developers, you can buy the game as well. Now, just looking at it here, you can kind of tell some similarities that you may see to a very popular Nintendo franchise, Phoenix Wright. You play as Regeria here, who is the defendant lawyer. Clearly, I don't know court terms at all very well, but here's our judge. This will be the person we're going against, doing the Phoenix Wright point thing there. Anyway, this game is basically kind of like the love letter. They told me it's the homage to one of their favorite series, the Phoenix Wright series. And I actually had never played it before, so I went and made sure I played Phoenix Wright first so I could kind of see similarities and the influences and different things, and also the things that might be different. So this is the intro here. The thing about Phoenix Wright and this game as well is it's all very, very much about the story, and you need to pay attention and see what's going on. So it actually takes place on television. We're watching an episode of Regeria Hope. Dead drunk. So this is the first case, and we won't get through the whole case, but I'm giving you a quick preview here, a short, brief thing of what's going to happen here. So this is the narrator talking about the show. It says, you know those boring wedding videos that newlyweds force their friends to watch after a wedding? Don't worry, this isn't boring, but someone isn't living happily ever after. Oh, duh. Okay, well, beautiful wedding. She's drinking the wine, and then she died. Oh, no! I bet that wasn't the reception she was planning for. So now, this takes place in 2099, which is kind of funny to me, because it doesn't necessarily appear that way, but sure, I'll take their word for it. Oh my word, I'm going to be late. This is my first murder case, so it's also very, the one I played Ace Attorney, the first Phoenix Wright game. It's very similar the way it starts out, too, where it's like his first case, and he's nervous and stuff. And this is like your mentor / boss. His name is Farrell. I've been having a chat, okay. And so it tells you about your case files. You can always check your case files. This tells you about the things about the case here. You're going to need to review these and know what they say. The murder. So here's the case notes specifically. It says the murder is of Victoria Timms by Brock and Hart. The victim was poisoned by potassium cyanide found in a wine glass at the scene. You have a confidence level. This goes up and down depending on how well you're doing in the court, and then it affects how well you do further in court. If your confidence is low, it's going to show you're going to be nervous and things like that. So you need to keep your confidence level high. There's also a time limit, which is different. You don't see that a lot. There's also the people of the court that you can read about as well. So yeah, it's saying you got to read your case files, and it's like it's your first case. It's fine. Make sure you know who they are. Who's your client today? So we're actually defending Brock and Hart. And if you didn't know, you could go and check the people. Brock and Hart, my first defendant, accused of murdering his wife on his wedding night at the reception. So, okay, it's Brock and Hart. Great. Okay, so now you know. There's Brock. We're talking to him here. Hi, lady that is not as pretty as my darling dead wife. Why'd she have to die? I'm gonna die. Oh, goodness. Today's the first day as a fully fledged government-appointed defense lawyer. Yep. I was just getting settled. Now it reminds me it's my first day. This is your first case? Great. Now I'm going to see my wife soon. Oh, burn. Don't worry, dear. I'll be there with you. Just wanted to congratulate you after your hard work. Okay. Why would anyone do this, sir? Why kill my wife? She couldn't hurt anyone. So, we were looking. You saw the thing of it here. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Let's just get going in. I want to show you a little bit of what it's going to be. Whoa! So just like where Phoenix Wright would say, objection or something like that. She says, have at you, which is pretty funny. So now we go in here into the court. And it'll actually begin. Oh, no, first we need to talk to the press because we like getting our hopes down. Mrs. Hope, how does your client feel about there being your first case? We know he has the best defense lawyer. You realize this is an open and shut case, right? Oh, and my confidence went down because of that. No case is always as it seems. She says, they have video showing the murder and your client putting poison in the glass. Oh, dang, that's not good. And we're going to make sure that that's the truth is uncovered. Okay, one more question. How long do you think this case will last before you kind of pronounce guilty? Geez, she likes lowering my confidence. That's not good. So I'm already starting with pretty low confidence, but no, that's not true. He's going to talk me back up here, and he'll say, don't let it get to you. Don't worry about it. Keep smiling. There you go. My confidence is back up. That's all the pep talk I can give you. It's time for the trial. Everyone go to your places. So now we're going to meet our, what's the opposite of defendant? The, whatever, you know, the other one. Prosecutor, yes, that's what it is. And this is like our rival, Artemis Narcissus, which is hilarious, looking in the mirror and narcissistic. Rhea, you're the silly little girl that signed up for this case. Artie, I've been waiting for this time. I'll see you in court! But we're already here, silly. Oh, well, dang, that did not go over well. You're meant to say that before we went to the courtroom. She always gets me in my comebacks. Oh, boy. You know her? Yeah, so we actually know each other ahead of time. But here's the courtroom actually begins. So now we need to look at the case in the courtroom. Here's the judge. The judge is kind of funny. He wants the trial to move along because he's hungry and he wants to eat his sandwich. So that's just kind of funny. You'll see that. So a timer actually is starting here, which this is what is different, I think, than Phoenix Wright. There's an actual timer. So it's like, oh, if that timer reaches 0, it's game over, or you might as well just pronounce them guilty by then. So she's kind of just making a statement, but the timer's going off, and then he says, I got a turkey sandwich waiting for me. Great, let's do it when that timer's up, as you wish. And we're like, what? Oh, no, so we're on an hour timer, but that actually does change here. It says, actually, we should make this fair, so we should only have the timer count when the defense needs to make an action. But it's lowered to 10 minutes, so literally, every time we have to make an action, that time runs down, and so we have 10 minutes to finish this case. It's interesting. But basically, here we go. You definitely... I'm speeding through it to kind of show you different things here, but you're going to want to read everything they say. Hawkshaw is the detective that was on the scene that tells you what happened. The defendant, Brockenhart, murdered the victim using poison found in a bottle in the scene. Defendant poisoned a glass during the wedding, and the victim drank it. Death was immediate after drinking the poison. I'll use the video of the murder to demonstrate exactly how it happened. Oh no! They have video of it. That's when my confidence went down. It's the first thing they're showing? Oh no. I'll start the video. Here's where the waiter brings the wine out. Here's where the defendant puts the poison in the wine. He's talking about right here. And then Farrell's like, hang on, something doesn't look odd there. And I was like, yeah, I think so. But you can also interrupt if you ever want to. So if you want to interrupt here, you can say objection. And you're like, wait a minute. There's nothing showing that the poison actually goes in the wine glass. It's just covering the wine glass. He's like, look at this new kid, whatever. Oh, and then that's the persecutor doing their objection. Irrelevant. All evidence points to it right now. The defense is simply trying to confuse the facts. Oh, but the judge sides with me. Overruled. It does point to that, but I don't see that happening in the video. Okay, back to the video. After Brock poured the wine, gives it to his wife, she drinks it, and then she gets up to give a speech, then passes out. Death comes soon after, blah, blah, blah. This is where the video ends. The local officer present at the wedding shut the area down, preventing all attendees from leaving or accessing the cloakroom to avoid any missing evidence. So they couldn't access the cloakroom. That's important. So that it adds the idea of my defendant's coat to the case file evidence, and that will come in handy later. You can see the video shows the defendant has the ability to poison the victim. And I say, I don't think of that. The video doesn't show the defendant had any way to poison the glass. She says objection right back. Au contraire, here's proof of your defendant's guilt. We found the poison bottle in his coat during the lockdown. Oh, snap. And there's confidence again, me going, whoa, wait a minute, that's not in my case files. I'd better add it. So now that's in my case files. Now, again, if you go to the case files here, it will have all the new things. So Brock's coat. The one he was wearing at the check-in. Here's the potassium cyanide, the bottle. Those will all come in handy. I can use those later. You can see here. Now, what I'm basically going to do now is question the person on the stand here. Oh, okay, this is important. She's explaining why our defendant killed Victoria. She had a giant wad of money. When Victoria died, Brock would have inherited that fat stack. That doesn't sound right. It's not. You need to prove that there's something wrong. Got it. I'll show him. So now, here goes nothing. I have to engage on his testimony, which this is in Phoenix Wright as well. And it's the hard part. It's where you have to use your noggin a little bit and think about what they're doing. But here's my 10 minutes going. It's simple, really. She had a giant wad of money. When Victoria died, Brock would have inherited that fat stack. Well, hold on. Is that true? If I go to Victoria's will, it says the will describes all money will go to someone named Jordan Deed. So it wouldn't even go to him anyway. So now it's like, wait, I got to present this to him and say, have at you. Impossible. How sure are you? Pretty sure. I mean, that looks like what it was motive. No, objection. Did you even read the will? No, it just seemed that... Get out of here. Brock isn't even mentioned on the will. The last time that will was updated 5 years ago. It goes to Jordan Deed. The defendant's not even mentioned. I move to strike all statements from the past witness from the record. Whoa! It's like, dang, I just brought that bomb and exploded the rest of the courtroom there. And she goes, no, sure. Oh, Your Honor, apart from the last statement, everything else has been true. So then the judge says, okay, well, I guess that's true. Very well, proceed. Okay, Officer Shaw, that last statement will cost you in your performance review. And he's like, oh, what? Okay. I'm going to ignore the last witness statement, but everything else stands. You can go now. I'll talk to you after this trial is over. Okay, so that's done. Can I go to lunch now? I have a rumbly in my tumbly. Even without an apparent motive, this case is so open and shut that I think I may as well just invite the defendant up to be our first witness. Oh, snap. So now we actually bring the defendant up on the stand. Okay? So Brock Hart himself is up on the stand, and he says he looks dead inside. I hope he doesn't say something he'll regret. I was next to my wife when she died. I wish I was dead. I'm sorry for your loss. Please state your recollection. I'll make this court case as quick as possible. I don't want to be alive anymore. Oh, that's sad. Looks like that turkey sandwich is getting closer and closer. What a jerk. The waiter brought the wine up for Victoria and I. I took the wine from the waiter. Then I poisoned the wine glass. I had it in my coat pocket so I could easily put the poison in. Then I gave it to my wife and she drank it. He just confessed. But we know he didn't do it. What is he doing? He just wants to die. He would rather die than you know, be not guilty. So we're trying to like calm him down. He's lying. He can't lie in the witness stand. He'd be surprised. Ha ha ha. So judge, should we consider him guilty? So now it's not looking too good for us. My turkey sandwich is almost... Objection! Hold on. The court must recognize the defense's right to rebuttal. Oh, okay, fine. So now they say I should rebuttal here. I'll get a guard to put it in the fridge. Fine. Have you checked your case files? Okay, so now I should check the case files. Give me a sec. Somewhere in the case files must be something that proved that Brock didn't murder her. So now even though he's saying I murdered her, there's got to be something to prove that he didn't do it. So now, same thing, I'm going to engage his testimony, and I have to prove that he himself did not poison his own wife, even though he's admitting to it. So it's not looking good. Not a good defendant here, or, yeah, not being a good... The waiter brought up the wine for Victoria and I. I took the wine from the waiter. Then I poisoned the wine glass. Now, this is what's suspicious. I don't know. He said I had it in my coat pocket, but we have to present the fact that your coat was in the coat check-in, and so you couldn't have had it with you. They locked down the place, remember? I know you miss your wife, but dying won't bring her back. What? What is the meaning of this? Your Honor, remember the video we just saw? Yeah, where he poisoned? No, if he did poison the victim, how did he get the poison? He wasn't wearing his jacket. Aha! I'm doing so well in this case here. Since the close was locked off, he couldn't have put the poison in the wine glass. This means it was impossible for Brock to have poisoned the wine. Boom. So what do you mean? So now you get to make the choice here. What am I saying? Am I saying that this is reasonable doubt? Shouldn't the case end here? Or someone else must have put poison in the wine? Now that's jumping to some conclusions here, but you have to make the choice for yourself. Let's see what happens if I say someone else must have put poison in the wine. That's definitely jumping to conclusions here. Ridiculous. There's no one else that could have put poison in the wine glass. Well, now wait a minute. I think there is one person. We can see him in the video. Whoa, I'm saying some bold statements here. I'd like to hear this. This case is finally getting interesting. Okay, so now I get to tell her here. I'm going to pause the video at just the right moment, and I'll tell you, here's the real murderer, and you have to point to who you think it is. So maybe she poisoned herself, or I think it was the waiter right there. I think the waiter poisoned it. The waiter? Yes, he's the only other person that could have poisoned the wine. But why? I'm sure if you're bringing it here, we'll find out. Oh, things just got interesting. So we actually take a little break here. It says add 30 minutes to the clock. What about my lunch? Yeah, you could schedule a break. Okay, so we take a break here, and it's actually really interesting. A 1-hour recess, and so then we'll kind of call it here. But we're not done with the case yet. But this is Regeria Hope, and it's actually I've enjoyed it. And like I said, I played a little bit of Phoenix Wright to kind of get some context here, and it's actually really interesting. I like it a lot. You really got to think outside the box. It's time for my lunch munch, and so I kind of dig it here. Well done, you've passed. Past what? First part of your own trial. Okay, so then we take a little break here. But this is Regeria Hope. Go check it out for yourself. Again, I'll put it in the description. It is free if you want it to be free, or you can help support the developers. But if you like a free alternative to Phoenix Wright, hey, this is a really good option. It's very similar, and you can definitely see where's its influence on its sleeve. But this kind of game is really neat because it's different than most games. that you normally would play, and is very story-driven, so I dig it. But anyway, go check it out for yourself. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Free Game Friday. Until then, keep being awesome. I'm Snowman. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!